Yo, in this episode, I'm going to tell you three IT jobs that I bet you didn't know you could apply for. These jobs don't require a lot of experience, and you'll gain most of your skills and knowledge on the job. So stay tuned. Don't forget to click like and subscribe and click that notification bell. Peace. Welcome to Debt Free in IT. My name is Mike. This podcast is for anyone who's looking to get in the IT field, whether you're looking for a career change or you're just interested in the technology. So if you know someone that this may interest, please like or share it with them. So the first job I'm going to go over that I bet you didn't know you could apply for without no IT experience is a help desk analyst. So in this role, most jobs are going to provide that on-the-job training. You're usually taking calls in this role, so usually anywhere from 50 to 100 or more calls a day. Some skills needed is usually a customer service background. Someone with good customer service usually works out well for this role. Problem solving skills and the ability to work under pressure. So you need to be able to solve basic problems such as basic troubleshooting, maybe reset password resets, also, some minor software issues, just depending on the enterprise that you're at. Then also, you need the ability to work under pressure because most of the time, if something goes down or something big happens or something happens in IT or a system goes down, usually you're going to get the bulk of the calls from the end users that's having issues from the result of that piece of equipment going down. So there are times where you will get bombarded with calls. So you need to be able to work good under pressure. This role is also, like I said, it provides that good foundation to help you advance your IT career. So going from this role, I've seen most people go from, sorry about that. I've seen most people go from an IT help desk to maybe a desktop support, which is where my path. I went from help desk to support, then to networking. So, like I said, you can transition into a lot of different upper fields from this role also, and then it helps you to learn a lot of what other departments do because you're usually the one that's sending the other departments their tickets. So, like I said, it's a good overall role. But like I said, if you don't like talking on the phones, then this may not be the job for you. But moving on, the next job that you can apply for that I bet you didn't know is a PC technician or a desktop technician. So most of these jobs, like I said, is going to provide that on-the-job training. You may need to have some sort of experience with PC knowledge, PC hardware repair. That's good, but I have seen people without that experience land this role also. But if you do have that experience, then like I said, that's even better. Then also, if you do have that experience with PC hardware, taking it apart, putting it back together, building PCs, you may want to go ahead and get your A plus certification because this A plus certification aligns well with the desktop support position and PC technician positions. So that A plus certification may be the deciding factor between you and another candidate that gets you hired. So if you're pretty good with PCs, you may want to go ahead and get that certification. And as always, this role is also good for advancing your career. Usually, I think it transfers well over to a server admin. I've seen a lot of colleagues go from a desktop role and make a good transition to the server admin role and then move their way up to server engineer and so forth. So I think that's a good role also. But like I said, both of these roles, I think it's very possible to get with no IT experience because a lot of it is customer service. But for the desktop role, if you do have a little PC knowledge, a little PC hardware repair, that is a plus also. So if you're finding value in this episode and you're listening via Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please leave me a review. Let me know how I'm doing. If you have any questions, please leave those questions also. So the last job I'm going to go over that I bet you didn't know you could apply for without any IT experience is the computer operator role. So if you're watching this episode, I did do another video that goes into the day of the life of a computer operator. So you may want to watch that episode after you watch this one. But that computer operator role, like I said, that's another position that provides on-the-job training. Um, a customer service background is an A plus for that. Like I said, it's always good to have a good customer service background because in this role, you're dealing with a lot of people. Also, you may be taking some help desk calls, and then also you're taking calls from your internal IT department. So, like I said, good customer service that always goes a long way. And also, this is a well-rounded position because you see all issues. You know, most of the time, just like help desk, you're going to be getting the bulk of the issues that you have to then escalate to the appropriate departments. So, having this role helps you to determine what you see yourself doing in the future. So, having this role is going to let you know that, okay, I have to call the network team for these type issues. I have to call the security team for these issues. I have to call server for this issue, and lets you see what position you think you might be a good fit in. And then it also lets you see what type of issues those teams are having. That way, you can reach out to the appropriate manager depending on what team you want to go to, and then ask for some guidance on how to make that transition from your current role to that role. So, like I said, it's a well-rounded position, lets you see all issues, and then, like I said, it's a good role. It lets you learn what each other team does. So, like I said, it can help you decide on your next move. So, like I said, if you're looking to get into IT, I would strongly suggest looking at the computer operator role. Sometimes it's also called ops. So, computer operations or computer ops, the help desk role, and also desktop and PC technicians. And then, as well, if you have some sort of cert, higher level cert like a CCNA or Security Plus, you know, you can still reach out for those security analysts, network technicians, those entry level roles pertaining to security or network. But like I said, sometimes without that real world experience, you may end up having to start a step back in order to move two steps forward. So that's just my 2 cents on it. Hopefully, if you enjoyed this episode, you know, please follow me on TikTok. I'm on IG, Debt Free and IT. Also, you can listen to this podcast on Spotify, uh, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, most of the majority of podcasting platforms, as well as you can view this podcast on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And also, if you have any questions or comments, please leave it in the comments. I try to reply to all comments. Then also, if you have any other questions you want to email me, you can email them to debtfreeandit@gmail.com. And I'll be sure to try to either make a video with a response or I'll just email you directly. So hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next week. Peace.